Right outside the United States Capitol lies the headquarters of the Central Intelligence Agency. It was some sort of code, a secret message that, according to Sanborn, had been concealed by at least 2 different ciphers. The sculpture attracted immediate attention from CIA cryptanalysts who organized a sweepstake for someone to crack the code. But despite their best efforts, the code remained intact. This is the situation that those taking a stab at Kryptos found themselves in back in the early 1990s. For the next decade or so, both professional and amateur cryptanalysts took turns at solving Kryptos without success. The occasional mention would pop up on various discussion forums and chat rooms, but otherwise, Kryptos quickly faded from public consciousness. But all that changed on June 8, 1999, when a computer scientist from Southern California named Jim Galogly announced that he had finally broken through. Galogly was a former president of the American Cryptogram Association and used some bespoke software on his top-of-the-line Intel Pentium 2 home computer to brute force solutions to Kryptos in just 4 days. Except Galogly was unable to crack the entire code. Galogly managed to solve the first 3, known as K1, K2, and K3, but K4, comprising the final 97 characters, refused to budge. Not only that, but when he called the CIA's Office of Public Affairs, Galogly was informed that the technical analyst by the name of David Stein had beaten him to the punch. Equipped with nothing but pencil and paper and minimal knowledge of cryptology, Stein had spent the better part of a decade tinkering away at Kryptos before finally cracking the code in early 1998. In the wake of Galogly's announcement, it came to light that members of the National Security Agency had secretly solved K1 through K3 all the way back in 1992. Few details were given at the time, but their efforts were later outlined in a series of declassified documents. So let's now take a look at how the NSA partially solved Kryptos. They wrote of one segment that it seemed to be a completely random system that would be very difficult to break and had no idea how to approach K4. As if placing a curse upon all future codebreakers, they wrote, "This part may be unbreakable." In other words, this middle portion of Kryptos had probably been encoded using a transposition cipher, while the rows above and below had probably been encoded using a substitution cipher. By this point, the NSA team assumed the ciphertext had been divided into 3 segments and felt pretty confident this upper portion was a Vigenère cipher, as Sanborn himself had publicly stated. In other words, the Kryptos ciphertext was actually composed of 4 distinct segments, not 3 as initially assumed. But despite their best efforts, the final 97 characters proved too much of a challenge.